This year, experience the NHL playoffs your way. Want to watch a single? Do or Die Game 7, a full week of heavy-hitting back-and-forth series. Then check out Sling's 1, 3, and 7-day passes. Watch the Chase for the Cup on ESPN and TNT, starting as low as $4.99. No long-term contracts or overpaying. Just live hockey at home or when you want it. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com to learn more.
Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard on VSiN.
It's good to have you on board as always. Thanks for watching on YouTube TV, listening on Sirius XM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our affiliates across the country. We'll hit the playoff board that we have tonight in 15 minutes in the NBA and the NHL. Plus, we have Door 1 or Door 2 coming up at the bottom of the hour. I'm going to say Paulie's maybe the best question you've ever come up with.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. And that's going to be in about 30 minutes from right now. As we head out to the Progressive Guest Line to talk some hockey, Nick Alberga joins the program, host and director of Leafs Morning Take, also NHL Fantasy on Ice podcast at the Golden Muzzy on X. Nick, thanks for the time today. How are you?
I'm great, guys. I just got off the phone with Stormy Buonantony, one of our faves, of course. And I'm like, you got to stop talking about Mitch Marner. We just know that hits deep here in these parts, guys. How are you?
Yes, no kidding. It's been awesome.
Are you guys pissed off watching him play here for the Knights in the playoffs?
I don't know if pissed off is the word, but it's like, where the hell has this guy been? Like, we're talking today, and I mean, if we're making a short list for Conn Smythe, and I get it, it's 2-2 in this Anaheim-Vegas series. Mitch Marner's leading the entire Stanley Cup playoffs in points, guys. Mm-hmm. And so Leafs fans are wondering where this was. I think it's been a different look. But again, that's been a very, very interesting series thus far. I was just giving her a hard time. But I think it's a big story, and Leafs fans a little disappointed by the way things have gone now for Marner in Vegas.
No kidding. But also how things have changed since the last time we talked to you. It was the sky is falling, horrible press conference. They're a laughing stock. And then you went out and said, hey, maybe take a fly that they win the lottery. And they did. You cashed the ticket, and now you're going to get McKenna.
Oh, it feels great. It feels great. Like it's equivalent to like, and I've never done this, by the way. I've always wanted to. It's like going to Vegas and getting that liquid IV drop like the next day after a night out where you're out till 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like that's the feel in this market right now, guys. And I'm not kidding. It was doom and gloom, very disappointing season. People were so turned off, then really annoyed and pissed off over the hire of John Chayka, who hadn't been in the league for 6 years. And what a boost it's done for this fan base getting that first overall pick. It's been a massive jolt, especially in a week that featured the Chayka hiring and also like sort of rumors about Austin Matthews' future. So suffice it is to say, I'm feeling much better than I did last time I spoke to you guys.
I'm sure. By the way, I've had the IV done multiple times. Pretty good. Now, we also know a guy who comes to town, and I mean, he gets after it. He'll go on like a 4-day bender when he visits. He says that when you get the IV drip, the day that you get here, he called it a cheat code.
Oh.
So before you go out and really tie one on.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you guys know, I always say at Circa when I come down once a year. Circa's unbelievable. And I've never dabbled. Like I've always wanted to try it. I might have to. That's a massive cheat code. If I set up my bender by doing that, smart play to your buddy.
Wow, that is Eddie play.
Yep. Okay. So what do you think tonight now? Right?
Yep.
Minnesota was awesome in game 3 at home. The home ice meant a lot. Evidently, Wedgwood was had to get taken out of the game, in fact, right away from that game because Minnesota was so good. Do they do it again tonight?
So I think the big story with this game is Jared Bednar going to Mackenzie Blackwood, right? After everything you just mentioned the other night, and full value to Minnesota. I mean, they're a really good team. It wasn't like Colorado was going to sweep this series. No chance in hell. I think this series still has the potential of going at least 6 games, if not 7 games. Having said that, I would not be shocked if there's a Colorado response. I think they're the better team. I think the big story in this series is the health of Joel Eriksson-Ek. You talk about depth up the middle. I mean, it's unrivaled and unmatched to a lot of teams when you compare them to Colorado, but especially when you look at Mini and not having Eriksson-Ek, what that does long term, I should say, for this series. And that's probably why I'm going to side here with Colorado in game 4, especially after it wasn't like a close game. And I think great teams find a way to bounce back after efforts like that. And I understand Minnie's on home ice, but I expect the best, sort of look at Colorado tonight. So give me the Avs money line in this game.
I would not make a goalie change. He hasn't played since the mid-April, and we just saw how it went for Minnesota in Game 2. I think that would be a mistake.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you bring that up because I think this year is an outlier in terms of the way goaltending's been tackled in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like I always like to bring up Washington years ago, as you guys know, in Vegas when they beat Vegas in the, I think it was 17. Like Philip Grubauer started that postseason, and it was actually Braden Holtby who took the net after I think it was like Game 3 or in Game 3, and they go on to win the Stanley Cup. And this year, I think it's been a massive story in the playoffs where teams have really rode one guy. Now it's happened now and again, but of course, Carter Hart's been the guy with Vegas. Josh Stahl's been the guy with Anaheim, Dobish in Montreal. And so I think it is a card, to your point, that coaches can play. Like a perfect example is in round 1, which is a lot different because closer to the regular season. But the Buffalo Sabres make the change going from UPL to Alex Lyon, and they find a way to beat the Boston Bruins. And now, ironically enough, I think they find themselves in a scenario, maybe they go back to UPL. So I think it's a card to play. I think goalies are always kept fresh when it comes to morning skates, but you're right. Like you really can't compare like regular season hockey in Blackwood's case to the Stanley Cup playoffs. But I think Colorado does have that luxury of having a 1-2 punch, and you have to show faith in your guys. Like if you don't go to Blackwood, I think it's actually worse for that room, if you can believe it.
Okay. And I know you're not rooting for them. You're rooting against Montreal, but that is some atmosphere and environment inside and outside. How much trouble is Buffalo in?
Oh, a lot. I'm getting a lot of grief for my, what I had to say on my podcast today and on Twitter last night. I mean, I preface everything. I'm from Montreal. I was born in Montreal. I think there's one place to watch a playoff game, and I think we talked about this last week. It's the Bell Pro. It's Montreal. It's the Bell Center. It's unrivaled. But I think as a Leafs fan, I can't go for the rival. I mean, I think there's various indications even of that in Vegas. Like you're not going to cheer for San Jose. You're not going to cheer for Arizona, whoever is the rival at the time. It's very similar for me. I bleed the blue and white, and that's who I'm going to go for. Montreal is like the most hated rival in the history of this organization. So that's why I stick that way. But I think you look at this series, I know it's only 2-1, but it might as well be 7-1. It just has that feel that Montreal has cracked the code to beating the Buffalo Sabres. And notwithstanding a rough patch in the second period in Game 1, maybe they could have a 3-0 series stranglehold, if you guys can believe it, in this series. So I'm very curious because I think, and maybe I'm not giving Buffalo enough credit. They've been the best team in hockey for 5 months now. And so across the board, they just need better efforts, whether it's their crease, whoever they go with, Rasmus Dahlin in the back end, Owen Power, Jason Zucker was barely utilized last game, Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch, the list goes down and down. But I think Montreal just seems to have found the magic chemistry and elixir to have success. Like there's a lot of depth. They're getting goaltending. Lane Hudson's been outstanding. They got Caulfield going now, which I thought was massive. Guys like Bolduc scoring. It's difficult to shut that team down. So I'm very curious. I think the big game clearly is Game 4. If Montreal wins, I think it's over. I almost call it a must-win here for the Sabres, guys.
Yeah, I don't disagree. So how would you bet that Game 4, or is there a bet to be made in the series, in your opinion? Like if you like them in Game 4, would you just want to lay like a 1.5 games in the series?
Yeah, probably doing that. I like Montreal enough to be like, I think it's done in 6 games. That's probably the way I would play this. I don't think it gets to a Game 7. I think Buffalo finds a way at some point to grab another game. That's probably the way I'd play it, to be honest. If Buffalo grabs one more game and then Montreal grabs the rest, then you're looking at a 4-2 final in this series. And it just seems like the likeliest outcome. I wondered throughout the season if at some point in time, ultimately Buffalo would run out of steam, and maybe we're at that point, and I think a team like Montreal is not getting the credit they deserve for how well they're playing right now. Like they beat a really good Tampa team. They're really good on the road. They're not fazed by that environment. They have an amazing fan base. It's a difficult place to play in for the opposition. So like they check a lot of boxes. So that's probably the way I would play it, is Habs in 6 in this series.
How do they match up against Carolina then? I mean, they don't give up any goals. The thing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, You're right. That the under would be the tackle, I think, early on. Like, not to jump too far ahead. I don't want Sabres fans coming at me on social media. I think they're a good team, and there's a reason why they've been one of the best team or the best team in hockey for the last 5 months. So they could easily bounce back here. I'm just trying to play the angle of how it's playing out in my mind and what I'm seeing, eye test wise. But I think you look at a potential of like whoever Carolina plays, whether it's Buffalo or Montreal. I think Montreal is the harder matchup. I think even watching those two teams play in the regular season, Montreal did well. Like, it's not like they ran out of the building. And I don't like the narrative out there that Carolina is going to steamroll either Buffalo or Montreal. It's just, I think if they play the Habs, I think it goes 7 games. I'd probably give a slight edge to Carolina. They're a really good team and are battle tested and have been here many, many times. But we talk, we'll dovetail the conversation. We started about Mitch Marner and just his issues in the Stanley Cup playoffs in Vegas. Carolina's had its massive issues, guys, winning games in conference finals. Like, it's amazing for me as a Leafs fan to say that, but getting to the conference final has been no sweat. But in the Rod Brind'Amour era of him coaching, at least, they have one win in a Eastern Conference final series. Like, it's pretty crazy when you dissect it that way. So I think I'd almost have to lean with Montreal betting wise, just because there'd be too much value not to bet on them, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Nick, about a minute left here. How do you envision the Ducks Golden Knights series playing out then?
I think Vegas is going to grab that series. I would not be shocked if they win the next 2 games. Would I be shocked at a game 7? Probably not. I know I'm taking the outside on this, but I think Vegas is a team that's battle tested. They've been here before. I think throwing a wrench in this is Mark Stone's injury status, which lather, rinse, repeat is a conversation every 2 months. So to answer your question, I'll take it to go 7 games because I really like the way Anaheim plays. They're free, they're loose. You can't discount Joel Quenneville, and I want to factor in the Stone injury too. So 7 games. I like Vegas in that series.
Great stuff. You can follow Nick on X at the Golden Muzzy. He is the host and director of Leafs Morning Take and also NHL Fantasy on Ice podcast. Nick, thanks so much. Best of luck tonight and beyond.
My pleasure, guys. Take care.
Great
Join
job.
us on the Progressive Guest Line. Coming up, tonight's playoff action in the association and on ice. I'll tell you which game features a 15-4 run between these two teams next.
Let me get your attention real quick, podcast listeners. I've got something for you that almost feels too good to be true. First, credit where credit's due. If you're listening to this podcast, you're already leveling up your betting game. You're riding along with our best bets and top angles. And when there's a good game on, you're getting involved with a few props and alt markets as well. There's one more layer if you really want to step things up, and that's VSiN Pro. I've mentioned it before, but things are only getting better for our pro subscribers. We just rolled out our MLB prop projections, breaking down some of the best edges across strikeouts, hits, home runs, and more. And that's on top of everything else pro subscribers already get, including public betting splits, expert picks, and betting guides across the sports calendar. If you haven't tried it yet, stop sleeping on it. You can get your first month just $9.99 or save big with promo code POD26 on the annual subscription. Hit the link in the description and start cashing in with VSiN Pro. All right, back to the show.
This year, experience the NHL playoffs your way. Want to watch a single, do or die Game 7, a full week of heavy-hitting back-and-forth series? Then check out Sling's 1, 3, and 7-day passes. Watch the Chase for the Cup on ESPN and TNT, starting as low as $4.99. No long-term contracts or overpaying. Just live hockey at home or when you want it. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com to learn more.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
It looks like we have more games getting leaked in the National Football League. What are you seeing for? Oh, is another Cowboys primetime game?
Yeah, and Survivor, big for Survivor. Eagles at Dallas, Thanksgiving night, November 26th, 5 o'clock. Good game.
They're not going to play the Cowboys at the middle game?
How about that? Yeah.
No way.
Because it's a late game.
What?
Yeah.
They're going to move the Cowboys out of the, 4:30 Eastern time when they set records again last year when they played the Chiefs in terms of ratings?
That's what I thought, because it says NFL on Fox. I go, but it's a night game. Oh, no, wait a second. Oh, no, I read it wrong. My fault. I'm looking at the schedule release Thursday. It's the middle game. My fault.
Okay.
But it is Thanksgiving, the middle game.
Okay, boy, oh boy,
Well, the tweets screwed me up. How
no, I
it's
got
worded.
you. Can you imagine if the NFL would tinker with that? Oh, people would lose their minds. I would say that you can't move the Cowboys out of that middle game on Thanksgiving.
That's a good game. And then the other one, there's going to be a doubleheader on NBC and Peacock, January 2nd, week 17. So you're going to need the Peacock and the Netflix and all that other business too. And
Is that
Amazon.
a Saturday?
Yeah.
It is a Saturday, huh?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Tonight's action, NBA. Thunder taking money against the Lakers. What would your advice be here, Paulie? Because after, I think it was game one, you gave out the sweep at minus 105. I talked about how you could bet the Thunder to go undefeated on the road at minus 105. That made sense because the correlated parlay was like minus 165 at that point. So
12 and a half now at DK.
Yeah, it keeps
will
going up.
not stop.
For people who have those bets in pocket, would just let it ride? Would you want to go for a middle shot here, taking the Lakers and the points? You can win both bets that way?
It's gonna be a weird environment tonight. You know, they really weren't into the game in Game 3. You know, the fans know they're going to get beat. There's nothing you can do. The criticism against Luke is absurd. An 8-week injury. Ric Flair's tweeting about it every day, of all people.
Ric Flair, what's he saying?
Take a shot, go out there and play. It's like, come on. Could do damage to his career. In any event, they're 7-0 against them, straight up in ATS. If you want the Lakers, it's got to be first half only. They have led it to half the last 2 games. But then the depth and the talent prevail at the end. So many guys that can score, and the Lakers' turnovers continue to do them in as well. So, Hachimura props. Again, that 11-1 overrun with the made threes. It is 2.5 in some spots, but don't be shy. I mean, it's like Cat. It's winning every game. Hachimura's been excellent. LeBron's played well. As far as the others don't know, Reeves has had a poor performance. I can't recommend the 8 in rebounds after the last game as well. But I think I don't mind the over, what Whalen said, and also how he compared it to what happened Game 4 when they swept the Suns, and that was a crazy game as well that flew over the total in the 250s.
Right. I would also say this, like if you really think the Thunder are going to take it to them tonight, we're probably going to get a little bit of pride here out of the Lakers, like you said. And oh, by the way, they've been in these games and leading at halftime now of the series. And LeBron would probably, yes, they might get blown out again, but you're going to see effort, I believe, anyway, out of the Lakers. And so why not wait for maybe an in-play number before you fire in Oklahoma City? Because approaching it that way, now, again, it hasn't really mattered the last couple of games because they're covering everything anyway, but you're getting a much smaller number, like either in the second quarter or at halftime when they're actually down in these games. Now, that they could also be leading tonight by 28, and that theory's gone and out the window, but then you just pass and try to find another bet with another game potentially.
I don't know what to do with OKC player props, though. That one's tough. Because does Mitchell do it again? Can he go off? McCain has been instant offense.
Yeah, but he didn't play last game.
Could ladder him.
But he played 6 minutes in the last game?
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Yeah, and apparently Embiid is pissed off at the trade. And
well, he should be.
Sure. That was a bizarre comment. I know we got swept, but I thought it was great for me. The success that I had, it was a positive. Bizarre.
Much like Jaylen Brown, I guess, huh?
Right. So, yeah, but it's there's nothing you can do. They're just a better team, and they've proven it time and time again. And I think they can name their score, and that's what people are thinking tonight with all the way up to 12.5.
Yeah. So I did play A.J. Mitchell over. It was only a numbers play. And by that, I mean, when I was looking around earlier today, 24.5 points, rebounds, and assists was even money at BetMGM. And at other spots, it was like $1.40, maybe even in that neighborhood. So I'm like, okay, even money, that seems like a pretty good number on him. So I bet it. But I'm also afraid of Oklahoma City winning this game by 30 tonight. And he's only guys like Mitchell would only play 22 minutes, and that will be difficult for him to obviously cover some of these numbers. In the other game, Pistons and the Cavaliers offensive rating at home is 120 plus in the playoffs, third best overall. I think we're going to get another good game from Mitchell. Harden deserves a lot of credit for that last game, specifically that 3 that he hit late in the game, but I don't trust that guy as far as I could throw him. I want, like during that game, the other day. I told myself I'm going to come back and bet the Cavaliers in game 4, but the way that the game finished, I don't know if, man.
They were lucky.
They were extremely lucky.
Cade had 2 silly turnovers that cost them the game. Or big reason why they lost. I'll say it that way.
Mhm.
And then the Harden 3. Mitchell over rebounds 4.5. Tobias Harris over points every game. He's gone over all 10. And he's $1.50 at DraftKings to score 18. Cade has been awesome. I like his PRA over. I'm with you with Mitchell points if you want to do that. But I don't know who's going to help them out. Can't trust Allen. Can't trust Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly can't trust Strus. Schroeder's been good at times. But it was very concerning that you blow that 17-point lead in a must-win. So I think Detroit can win the game here, and they will close them out in 5. But the bench has played well. Jenkins has been great. And again, Duncan Robinson threes, I don't mind that as well. But that's been a big key to the series, and it wasn't supposed to happen. The damage they're doing from 3 and what the Cavs are not doing from 3 and how bad they've been in the entire series from 3.
Good tweet here from Harrison Cook. You can always get in touch with the show on X at VSiN Live, at Mitch Moss Radio, at Paulie Howard. He said that he heard us talking about steals and Case and Wallace. He said, check out Duncan Robinson's steals over the last 3 or 4. He's right. Duncan Robinson has had a ton of steals in the last 3 games, and he is...
I don't mind Thompson. Thompson steals, Thompson rebounds.
Robinson over 1.5 steals is like plus 150 tonight.
Okay.
Because he's been getting it done so much. The Opta AI stats likes Thompson points over tonight. 10 plus.
Yeah.
In that range. So some angles that you have between these two teams overall. Detroit, 12-4 straight up, 13-3 ATS is a dog this year. Did not cover or win in game 3, but those are the season-long numbers. Cleveland, 16-35 ATS now against teams with a winning record. And when these two teams play, the last 19 games, 15 of those have gone under. That's like, what do we get tonight in terms of points? Usually, again, as a series drags out in the NBA playoffs, you see more unders come into play. Although it doesn't look like that's going to be the case in the Thunder series.
Also depends on the officiating. I mean, they're letting a lot of stuff go. Some of these games, if you're not going to call it, but the pace has been there too. So even though your numbers are strong, I don't want the under this one because you're seeing so many threes that are being shot here as well.
Would you want a little Tyson if he's in the starting lineup tonight?
I don't know what he's going to do. Tyson, Merrill should get more minutes. Should you play him more at crunch time? What they're doing?
I like the idea of Tyson playing over Wade.
You have the guts. Yes, I like that. You have the guts to sit Harden too. That's the other one because he's been so bad at times in this series.
I'll give you this one as well. Jonathan Davis, NHL write-up today, as always, vsin.com. A couple of his player props for the Avalanche and the Wild tonight. Nathan MacKinnon has had at least 4 shots on goal in all 3 games of the series and 5 out of his last 6 playoff games. He also pointed out that if Joel Eriksson Ek is not in for this game tonight, he wants to attack it with Vladimir Tarasenko over 1.5 shots on goal. When Eriksson Ek does not play, Tarasenko has cashed that prop 13 of the last 14 games. When Ek does play, only 3 of the last 6 times has he gone over 1.5. So if Ek is out, auto play for him with Tarasenko over 1.5 shots on goal.
All right.
I would also tell you this, that tomorrow night, Rich in Canada.
Yeah, good email.
Suzuki.
Yep.
And his shots on goal, he's
and
flying over.
Newhook,
another one.
Yep.
He's been pounding both those guys and laddering shots on goal for both players.
Yep. We're taking over Circa. Join us June 13th from 1 to 5. NBA Finals, 3 World Cup games, day baseball as well. $250 gets you an open bar and all-you-can-eat food and an afternoon with us, Stevens, Palm. Don't miss out. VSiN.com/Beyond the Booth. June 13th, 1 to 5. I said the 13th, right?
June 13th.
Okay. VSiN.com/Beyond the Booth. VSiN.com/Beyond the Booth. What grade would you give the Kevin Hart roast?
I've only watched 20 minutes so far, so I can't.
Oh, my God. I'd say it's an A. But nothing was off limits. I was stunned.
Well, it's a roast, though.
I know, but suicide jokes, and this was... I couldn't... You saw the reaction, though, on the dais. Some people didn't even laugh.
I know. The first 20 minutes, I'm like, oh boy, what a...
rough. It was rough.
Dare I say, this is maybe the best question I've ever heard Paulie come up with. I don't know how to answer it. Door number 1 or door number 2 is coming up next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
It's time to play everyone's favorite Follow the Money game. Live from the VSiN studios.
Hey guys, you ready to let the dogs out?
This is door number 1.
New high score! What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What's that mean? Did I break it?
Or door number 2.
Get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!
Here's Mitch Moss and Paulie Howard.
All right, excellent. It's been too long. Door 1, door 2. This was very good all over social media over the weekend. Door 1, you get the number 1 pick in any player in the NBA for the next 10 years. Or door 2, you get Wemby.
Wait a second. I thought this was your original question.
No.
Oh,
No,
damn.
This was,
Okay.
the guy had to poll up and vote and put
All right.
up. It was fascinating.
So does it have any player you want in the NBA? Next
Any?
10 years.
Any player in the league, not named Wemby, and I give you the number 1 pick.
Okay.
Or door 2, just Wemby.
Okay, so the number 1 pick is going to probably be DeBansa.
Huh?
So let's say it's
Fine.
DeBansa.
Yeah, fine.
The kid's probably going to be unbelievable.
On Joker?
And then, now he's 31.
SGA? Whatever. Okay.
So I can't go with Joker because he's 31. SGA is 27, going to be 28 soon. Luka's 27. Anthony Edwards is 24. Cade Cunningham is 24. Cooper Flagg is 19. So what I want, Cooper Flagg and AJ DeBansa for the next 10 years are Victor Wembanyama. I'm easily going Victor Wembanyama.
So am I. I'm going to win more titles in the next 10 years than you.
Yes.
Just by give me the alien. 35, 15, and 5 on Friday. Oh,
SGA and DeBansa would be tempting. But there's too much of an unknown with DeBansa.
well, also, Wemby's going to improve.
I know.
How scary is that?
Yeah, I can't. For any of these players, I can't do it. I got to keep Wemby. That's the only answer.
Yep, I agree.
I mean,
Most
Paul,
people voted door 2 as well.
I'll say this again. I brought it up, I don't know, last week or 2 weeks ago. For people who are just anti-NBA, and it's like you haven't watched since the 90s, you got to do yourself a favor and watch this kid play. We've never seen anything
No.
like him before.
Bringing a ball up, going between his legs, crossovers. Not.
Think about how good he is.
I know.
I would take him every single time.
That is how good he is. Yeah, door 2. Shame on Draymond Green. Number 1, I don't know what he's doing at the Kevin Hart roast. They boot his ass every time in Englewood. It was great. But if you're going to do television, you have to have a sense of humor. And I'm glad people called him out for what he did to Barkley. I don't know why he fills in for Shaq either. But it got me thinking. Door 1, Draymond Green's career. Door 2, Charles Barkley's career.
Well, does the broadcasting part come into play for Barkley or just the
No,
playing days? Just-
on the court.
Okay. I'd go Barkley.
Yeah.
Barkley. I mean, not even close.
I love what Austin Rivers said. You're the backpack shooter. Guys, teams leave you wide open for a reason and dare you to shoot. Yeah.
No, it's like so a key part to those title-winning teams in Golden State. Can't deny that. A very good defensive player. I mean, Charles Barkley is. I don't know where you'd put him. Top 25 player of all time, top 40 player, whatever it is. Draymond Green's not even close. I mean, it's not even.
He took a shot at him for how it ended in his last couple years in Houston. He had better numbers. Guys averaging 16 and 12 at Houston.
Here's how much I like Charles Barkley. He's the reason why NBA on TNT and for all those years now ESPN has been the best studio show ever. And I dislike Draymond Green so much I couldn't even listen to the clip. I cannot stand that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Barkley being, I never won a title, don't care.
Come on, man. You can't take everything personal. We're talking NBA and breaking down a game, and
He's completely insufferable.
It's not. There's nothing wrong with Barkley saying it's over in Golden State. You had your run; it was incredible. You were a dynasty. It's over. You guys are old. The Kerr news wasn't announced at the time.
Yeah.
But he takes everything so personal. Like, calm down. Door 1, Luka, Peyton Watson, and LeBron. Door 2, Luka and Reeves. They're going to give him the max. This a no-brainer. They're better off door 1. I don't know. He's had some bad games.
Yeah, but how much time does LeBron truly have left?
I know. Who was it who said he could play another 5 years? I can't remember who it was.
Well, does
That
he?
was over the weekend, but does he want to?
Does he? Maybe he wants to, but maybe he doesn't want to play in LA anymore. And maybe tonight is his last game in a Lakers uniform.
Yeah.
I would not
I
be.
hope
I mean,
not. I hope they got to work it out.
Would you be surprised if he played somewhere else next year? It's LeBron James. I wouldn't. He's moved around so much.
Yeah, I don't think the Cleveland thing's going to happen.
I would say that the Luke and the Reeves numbers on the court together this year, for the most part, were really, really good offensively. So if they got rid of LeBron's contract and filled it with somebody else, because it's the Lakers, they can fill it with another superstar.
Well, I could also say Luka, Reeves, and Watson. I could do that too. That's in play. And LeBron goes wherever.
That's pretty good. I would let LeBron talk to other teams. I would let him. Golden State, wherever. I don't know what the team is going to be, but if he wants to play somewhere else, sure.
Door 1, Cowboys Giants Sunday Night Football, or door 2, any other matchup.
Oh God, like almost literally give me any other matchup.
Can the Giants prove that they're actually good?
Yeah, first
we give them all these prime time games every year.
It's one of the things that we bitch about the most. When you wait until the schedule comes out and how many times the Giants and the Jets will be on national TV. You're going to want to vomit on primetime games. And oh, by the way, like the last time we did this, didn't the Giants have a bunch of hype and the Cowboys beat them like 40-10?
Yeah.
And they had to be on like the first opening night game of the entire year.
They start 1-6 every year.
Now, I'm buying in. I think they're going to be good, but they also have a lot of really difficult opponents on the schedule again this year. And give me any other matchup. Like, give me Tennessee and Cleveland Sunday night rather than Cowboys Giants. That's the last game that they should have actually put in that primetime game. That's a terrible way to begin the year.
Yep.
I think week 1, I might stop watching at 5:30 out here. Go to bed early. Catch some sleep.
God, so predictable. So frustrating. So sad. Door 1, finally start to stagger games. Door 2, 7 early, 5 late every week.
So by stagger, you mean like 1 o'clock?
Every 15 minutes,
every 15
a game
and a
kicks
half an
off.
hour?
Every 20 minutes, a game
Well,
kicks
that's
off.
the best idea that people just still don't realize.
I can't believe they don't do that.
I know.
Figure it out.
So they'll never do that. They could actually do the 7 early and 5 late if they wanted to. So I'll go door 2, knowing that number 1 with the staggered games will never, ever happen. And they should. It'd be the greatest thing to ever happen to the league in terms of viewing. But the 7 early and 5 late is so much better than 10-2 or 9-3 or whatever it is. And then you get one blowout. Another game's a national game, so they can't go off of it. And it's so frustrating, man. How about you?
I'd go 1. Definitely 1. I think maybe common sense will prevail eventually.
Well, if you told me they're open to actually discussing it, then it's number 1 at the bullet. Mm-hmm. I've never even heard it talked about before.
I don't know. Well, Florio brought it up a couple weeks ago. Maybe there's something to it.
All right, door number 1, the Dodgers not to win the World Series, minus 275. Or door 2, Scotty Scheffler to finish top 10 this week, minus 260.
Boy. I go door 1. The Braves took 2 out of 3. So concerned about the bats. I don't know. There could be an injury. There's some good teams.
It's not to win the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't win it. Yes.
Yeah, they don't win it.
I have concerns. Yes. I go door 1. You?
I think I'd go Scotty because of the events this week. And I would actually be very surprised if he doesn't finish top 10. So that way I'd get it paid off like...
What's the problem? Are they bored? Why is the offense stinking up the joint? I don't understand why...
Well...
I mean, it's not embarrassing what the record is.
Tucker hasn't exactly been great.
I should have nailed that, too. Blake Snell always starts slow.
I know.
He always gets out of the gates with a bad performance.
But I'll give you another one. Is Ohtani putting too much into the pitching this year
Yeah, that could be.
and taking away from the hitting?
Yeah.
His numbers, I mean, you put that stat line up this year, it's gonna look like a journeyman who's never really accomplished anything in the league. That's what his numbers look like on offense.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yep.
By the way, would you rather have, last one here, door 1, Indiana's lottery result, or door 2, the Sacramento Kings?
So I don't count the Zubac trade? You're just telling that it was more demoralizing? It was still a 50-50. I know the general manager apologized, Pritchard, with the tweet. He said it was worth the risk. Door 2. At least Sacramento's going to get a good
At least
player.
they're going to get a top 7
I still
pick.
think they can get Acuff.
So do I.
I think he'll be there.
So do I.
And we might see shenanigans, too. That could be a big trade. Door 2. Yeah, it's okay. But they did it to themselves. That's the thing.
I know.
Why are you playing DeRozan big minutes? Why'd you close 3-3?
Came down
Look
to a
what
coin.
Memphis did. Memphis is playing guys you never heard of and on two-way contracts.
Sure. Came down to a coin flip between Sacramento and Utah won. And so now they're picking second and Sacramento's picking seventh. Absolute killer.
Yeah.
I like what we said earlier. Ask the Raiders about winning meaningless games in December
Absolutely.
to cost yourselves really good picks.
Finally got it right.
Email is always open, ftm@vsin.com, on X during the show, at vsin live, at Mitch Moss Radio, at Paulie Howard. MLB is up next. He was brilliant in his first start last week after getting called up, and projections like his K prop again tonight. Find out which starting pitcher next here on VSiN.
This year, experience the NHL playoffs your way. Want to watch a single, do or die Game 7, a full week of heavy-hitting back-and-forth series? Then check out Sling's 1, 3, and 7-day passes. Watch the chase for the cup on ESPN and TNT, starting as low as $4.99. No long-term contracts or overpaying. Just live hockey at home or when you want it. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com to learn more.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Major League Baseball, small card tonight, but we'll touch on all 6 games here. How about the Yankees getting swept over the weekend by the Milwaukee Brewers?
Are you sitting down? The Yankees are 1-8 against teams with a winning record.
Is that right?
Can you believe it? Which points to crush them tonight against Baltimore.
Wow.
They're 25. They've won 25 of 32 against teams under 500. Swept against the Brewers, swept by Tampa, and I think lost 2 out of 3 to the A's.
I forgot that they were swept by Tampa as well.
Yeah, Tampa's in first place.
Yeah, they are. Holy man. Well,
I couldn't believe that. I saw it.
Tonight, they should rebound. One would think, right? Weathers is going, who's been really good for the Yankees, strikes out a bunch of guys. They're getting young for the Orioles. I mean, his ERA is 4.5. He was torched a couple of starts ago where he gave up 10 earned runs. This, to me, feels like Yankees run line or Yankees alts. Judge and the boys really get it going tonight for the Yankees. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as you just said, Baltimore is one of those teams that they should take it out on. They're 18-23 on the year. Fits the profile for the Yankees perfectly then.
Oh, sign on that.
And so
Bellinger's hot, too. You want
he
some
is.
Bellinger props. They should get to Young.
To tie that in with the Rays playing tonight at the Blue Jays. Now, this is a really good pitching matchup, but it's Rasmussen against Gossman. I'm also getting plus money with Tampa Bay. Plus 115 was a bet from me earlier today.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
Yep. This pitching, they had the one hiccup against Boston. Other than that, it's been historic what they're doing and how great the pitchers have been.
Oh, look.
The ERA.
All right, looks like I have some closing line value potentially here. Here at Circa, Blue Jays down to minus 111. Tampa Bay minus 101.
14-2 run. 1.38 ERA. 7th team in the divisional era. That's 1969. To allow 24 runs or fewer in a 16-game span. Each of the last 6 made the postseason. 4 of them won the World Series. Come on.
Yeah.
It's incredible what they're doing. Respect to this organization. And also Simpson is .550 career against Gossman. If you want to play that. And they just swept them too. So this 14-4 at home. Great record. Unbelievable story. And the big story is what the pitching's doing.
No doubt.
Night in, night out, and it's not a fluke.
Oh, Rasmussen is good enough to, this American League Cy Young thing with Skubal out of the mix. I'm not telling you that he's worth a bet maybe to win the award, but he's got the kind of stuff and the kind of numbers that could translate to, at the end of the season, like, maybe he's a finalist for the award. Always going to have a low ERA, just a super solid starter there on the mound. And this is like the one year where everybody just gives up on Tampa before the season. Like there's this such a good division. Blue Jays almost won the World Series. Yankees are going to be awesome. Baltimore's going to be really good. Here's Tampa in first place. So I have plus 115 in pocket. We'll see how that treats me tonight in that game. This is a tweet from Lance as we get into the Dodgers and the Giants tonight.
Yep, 4-game set.
Ohtani said he wants to win the Cy Young before the season, and the Dodgers are going to let him do whatever he wants. That goes back to our conversation 7 minutes ago about the sticks not being there for the Dodgers, the offense struggling here a little bit, and now it's McDonald versus Sasaki.
Get off to this great start. Now they're 9-12 since April 18th. They've scored 3 runs or fewer in 12 of them. And Atlanta shut them down as well.
Yeah, they did.
Over the weekend. So this is a 10-game trip for the Giants. Hello. Get ready for that Malinsky special. Dodgers, A's, Diamondbacks. Cannot hit. Offense is putrid. McDonald was good last time out against the Friars. Don't trust Sasaki.
So more on McDonald here. He was called up to face the Padres a week ago today. Now, he was not crushing it in AAA, but in that start, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, and 8 Ks. The Opta AI projections today at vsin.com, 4+ Ks was minus 146. They made that number minus 806. They're projecting 6.52 Ks out of him, a plus 29.6% edge. So that would stick out as a ladder potential here if you want to go 4, 5, and maybe even 6 Ks out of him. Sasaki's earned run prop is 2.5. He's gone over that number in all but 2 starts this year. This Giants offense is vomit-inducing.
Yes, it is.
But Sasaki gets lit up like a gas can almost every time he takes the mound.
Yep. You mentioned Ohtani, too. 212 last 25 games.
Yeah, not great, man.
Man.
I
One bomb.
I love the angle, the possible discussion of Ohtani winning the Cy Young but not winning the MVP.
Mm-hmm. Well, with these numbers, you can see it.
Yeah, imagine.
His offense, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Cal Raleigh's 0 for 32. Ohtani's not hitting. Seager's 0 for his last 16.
Well, in that game tonight, by the way, this was supposed to be Soraka against Evaldi.
Scratched.
Evaldi is no longer going tonight. That's too bad because I wanted to make a case for Evaldi's K-prop. I'll just tell you that opposing pitchers are 10-2 over their K-prop against Arizona. Evaldi was 5.5, and it was plus money to go over, but no longer the case. And this game's basically now pick 'em as a result.
You like the Mariners? They've owned Houston. Lambert's been better. They beat Houston 7 in a row.
Yeah, and I get Kirby on the mound, too.
Yeah, right.
A big George Kirby fan.
Right.
They're $1.35 in the game. The question always is going to be whether or not the Mariners sticks are going to get it going and will they hit. Opposing pitchers, I'll point this out, Paulie, 13-4 overrun with their K-prop. Boy, this is like 3 years going now where they strike out a ton. Lambert's K-prop tonight is 4.5. He did touch 8 in 2 out of his 4 starts. So maybe another ladder guy tonight with Peter Lambert. I haven't done this. I'm just pointing it out that maybe he could get 5, 6, 7 in that neighborhood against kind of an inept Mariners lineup again.
We start the day with the Angels and the Guardians. Cleveland in first place, but 500. What a mess this division is. It'll be fun to kick around tomorrow with Derek about, what should you do? They did get good news on Skubal. At least they won't be out that 2 to 3 months, but they're 3 games under 500. The Twins are in last place. They're 5 under, 2 back. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And Kansas City's playing better ball, and they won 7 of 8. I don't know what's going to happen here. It also decides, what Detroit's going to do if they make a move coming up at the deadline.
Well, that's still a long time to be without Skubal.
I don't know. I don't think they can survive.
I don't know if they can either.
So many injuries to the pitchers and the other guys you can't count on.
Well, do we think this early success by the White Sox is sustainable? I'm talking about to maybe win the division.
If it's going to only be 500, yeah. That's yeah. I respect Cleveland, but
so do I.
Only a couple of games over 500 can do it. Yes, that this can continue.
They're getting some really good pitching, man. I know Jensen was making the case on VSiN by the books for Davis Martin.
Yeah,
at a big number.
Yeah, we got tickets on him too for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Still, what was the price?
Well, Jensen was talking about 50 to 1. I think last week 100 to 1 was out there.
Right.
He was good again. What did he go?
60. Yeah, people have some 60, 70 that they sent in.
Yeah.
Right. He's been awesome, no doubt.
I pitched yesterday or the day before was really good.
Well, how about the A's? Is that another one?
Sure.
You buying the A's?
Yeah, because
2 games over. That's good enough for first place. We're waiting on Seattle to figure it out. Houston stinks, Angels stink.
Look at the run differential in this division. The A's are -6, the Rangers are -3, the Mariners are +2. And those are the three teams at the top. Astros, Angels, forget about it. They're way below, like 500 with a run differential. But I think that you kind of have to take the A's seriously and be a season. It's because the other teams are not very good. In another division, maybe not, but here, sure. And this run by the Braves is just evidently they're going to win 110 games this year, huh?
They've lost one series, and it's because they blew a 4-run lead in that first game against Seattle.
That's right.
Or they would have won every series so far.
They're +87 with the run differential. And oh, by the way, they're 16-7 on the road. So keep that in mind. They've played 23 road games already, and they appear to be just an absolute buzzsaw. Matt Olson's crushing it yet again, and he's not the only guy. Like, that lineup is filled with great hitters throughout the entire thing for the most part. And you have Sale back to his form from a couple years ago, which was good enough to win the Cy Young. And if, like, Strider, I think, struck out, 8 Dodgers the other day? I'm not going to throw it out there. Like, if he can get back. But if somehow that guy can be
Well, you can just say,
Yeah, right. Sure.
Yeah.
Half of what he used to be, then that guy's going to be tough to beat as well.
What is it tonight? Is it Manoah? Is he coming behind?
I think it's going to be.
He's doing bulk today?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, boy. You got to take Cleveland. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, how this guy just fell off?
He was a one-year wonder, basically, wasn't he?
I think you'd have to look. Once he comes in, yes. Because
Cleve-
Kikuchi's hurt. And he's going to be the bulk guy. And how bad are they? They're not hitting?
Well, it's priced that way. I
records?
mean, Cleveland's at $1.70 in the game, or $1.65.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
That guy's coming.
All right, up next, we have golf's second major on tap this week, PGA Championship. How do we play Scotty Scheffler? And a red-hot golfer seems completely unplayable at his current number. We'll discuss coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This year, experience the NHL playoffs your way. Want to watch a single, do or die Game 7, a full week of heavy-hitting back-and-forth series? Then check out Sling's 1, 3, and 7-day passes. Watch the Chase for the Cup on ESPN and TNT, starting as low as $4.99. No long-term contracts or overpaying. Just live hockey at home or when you want it. Sling lets you do that. Visit sling.com to learn more.